very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Babael here, joining me is Larc, and we're back finally for some more eHL Season 1 Cycle 2 playoff action. In fact, today's the first day of a 3-day series for Cycle 2 playoff. It's a little bit different from Cycle 1 because we took a lot of feedback and we want to keep it a little bit more packed and nicely done, you know? Just like a good old sushi, you're gonna have to pack it very tight. So yeah, Larc is with me today. Larc, how are you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Can't wait to see the matches today. Very excited for these players, and I'm pretty sure they're pumped up as well because this is the playoffs, the final playoffs, by the way, before we actually go for the grand finals. So, pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah, very nice season finale stuff that's gonna happen on the 12th of April, of course. Now
week.
that's a Larc. I understand you are the deck expert when it comes to these players because you have done a little bit of extra study there. You know, who do you favor going to this matchup between Celedor and Raxael, the first playoff matchup that we have for Cycle 2?
Well, actually, let me just fire up that deck. Celedor, actually, if I'm not mistaken, he runs the like a mid-range druid, a handlock, and a very interesting priest, which I think we didn't get to actually see, or did we? I can't really remember, but I just know that his priest was is pretty interesting, and I definitely want to see more of that priest action there. As for Raxael, on the other hand, I do remember that he had a pretty interesting matchup in his group because he was against his friend, right? If I wasn't mistaken.
Manju, that's right.
Yeah,
double tight caller, wall leader, double tight hunter.
Yeah, exactly. So we all saw his pretty interesting warlock murloc deck. So that's definitely something to be on the lookout for again. And I mean, he also has that. He also has the hunter deck, which we did, if I'm not mistaken, we did see that. I think once or twice, or actually, did we even see that? I don't think we did, right?
No.
No, we didn't.
For Raxael, he only uses Murloc deck.
Murloc, yeah. So I'm very interested to see his other decks as well and how exactly they will fare against all the decks coming up from Celedor, because Celedor has a couple of control decks, and very interested to see whether or not his control decks will be able to win him this series here, this best out of 5 series against Celedor. Against Raxael for sure.
Yeah, pretty good stuff there. And also, Raxael is the only Singaporean in the playoffs, so he's carrying my hopes and my dreams for a Singaporean to hit through again through Cycle 2. But I'm gonna be fair and say that we already have 2 from Cycle 1. So, Cycle 2, Raxael being the only hope here. I mean, PH stands at 50%. Chance very good, and on the other hand, Thai, they have about a 70. How much is that again? Let me just do a bit of calculation. I think it's
they have, I think they have
37.5%, and Raxael is 12.5. So yeah, 3 out of 8. So that's 37.5.
Damn.
Am I right?
Those
is my math
are
good? Up to par?
Not sure. I didn't do the math myself,
Yeah,
but he's got a lot of things working against him. I mean, in terms of like different countries, he's the only Singaporean. So pretty interesting. Hopefully, he can pull through for you, Singaporean. But as for me, I'm actually rooting for no one. Like, I'm just gonna be very objective since there's no Malaysian in playoffs. So yeah, pretty salty about that, but nonetheless, so we get to see some pretty awesome players for sure. I mean, we haven't had Thai players before, so that's pretty cool. I mean, like in playoffs.
Yep, never had them in playoffs. We only had PH SG in Cycle 1, 7 Singaporean, 1 Filipino, and in Cycle 2 they just came back at us so well, man. 4 Filipino, 1 Singaporean. We are placed in a small little box that we kind of created for them back in Cycle 1. And yeah, it's just complete domination by both the Filipinos as well as the Thai player. So I really like this, and I believe that we are looking at a game that's gonna start real soon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
really
Priest deck. In fact, the only Priest deck that won a game was ADYB's Priest, if I'm not wrong. Other than that, the Priest was just generally having a very bad win ratio.
Yeah. Hopefully he can whip out his Priest deck and show us the true power of the Priest. Show us all that we were wrong, and that there is definitely a place for a priest, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, definitely excited and really willing to see how this match is gonna go. Hopefully they're gonna keep this on. Can't wait any longer, man. Want to see the match already.
Yep, the
Awesome,
players
man.
are getting ready, they're choosing the decks already. This is a blind pick format. For all of you who do not know this, it's basically 3 decks from both players. The same decks that they use for the group stage will be used here. So Raxael has an unparalleled advantage going into this playoff, because he only used 1 deck out of the 3. So, well, we don't know what's the other 2, or maybe Larc knows, but I don't, and that's perfectly fine. And it's again deck elimination style. So pretty awesome stuff that's happening here. If you lose with a deck, you cannot play the deck again for the series. And yeah, it's BO5, so standard BlizzCon style formatting. It's very basic, it's very decent and very good, and I believe we are good to go.
Definitely. Seems like Celedor here is actually going to be going for his mid-range druid. Now that's actually a pretty interesting choice. Because I mean, honestly, I always say like, yeah, you should just go for the druid first, but a lot of these players actually opt to go for other things besides the druid, if you notice, and at least for cycle 2, where they kind of open with shaman or some other class. So definitely interesting to see that he just wants to go for the straight up win here. Just go with the stronger deck in his opinion there. So that's a pretty interesting what do you call this? A pretty interesting glimpse into what we're gonna see here. As for Raxael, I guess he seems like he wants to go again with that Murloc Warlock, and I think oh, maybe not. Actually, gonna go with the Shaman instead. Interesting.
Very
So
nicely done.
we haven't seen a Shaman deck before, right?
We have.
Oh, we have.
My bad.
We
Yeah,
have.
he has played with that a little bit before in the group stage. He also got 2-0 on Shaman. It's just that we kind of completely took notice of his Warlock deck that's name is Ophionius or something like that. That basically is a mouthful and don't really mean shit, I think. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna go into this game. So it's Celedor taking the top half of this particular board up against the bottom half of this board, Raxael. And Raxael's gonna be playing his Shaman up against the mid-range druid that you did nicely say, and I am just excited about this game. BO5, guys, first game in Cycle 2 playoff. Do note that I have to explain Celedor is with a 0.2 megabyte per second upload speed, so it's a bit of a lag there in terms of capturing his screen. But at least we get to make, do with some form of an indication of a card. The casters will guide you through, don't worry about it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Are you looking at this, Larc?
yeah, it's so laggy, lag
No,
beyond belief. But I think
mhm.
this is oh, is he really? Wow. Okay, so he's going to coin hex it.
Not that bad, not that bad. Since Innovate was being used to bring out the Yeti there, and my god, chewing Yeti at turn 2. It's crazy.
Now that's a price that Celedor has to pay for, the risky factor there. Usually whenever you play those kind of cards, especially when you don't have decent 2 or 3 drops. I mean, he could just drop the Wild Pyromancer, but I think he wants to save that for like some combo later on. So don't necessarily see him picking that up here. Could actually just go with your power and attack phase, or even just whoa, okay, he's gonna play the big game hunter, and
Oh my god, that
I guess that's kind of okay against shamans, because normally shamans, they don't really have a lot of like high damage cards besides Ragnaros. Like I mean, like just like class specific. Of course, you can buff up the Unbound Elemental to like insane amounts, but it really requires a lot of overload cards. So we're definitely not gonna be seeing a 7 mana creature anytime soon. But yeah, instant win there for Celedor. Just plays the Defender of Argus and got huge minions on the board. But I think this is an instant Lightning Storm for him.
Yep.
Most probably. There we go. Lightning Storm. Does he get the free? Oh wow, he gets it. Look at that RNG, man. Look at that RNG. I bet he's feeling pretty happy right now about that.
Yeah, he did tell me that he normally strokes the Griffin in the board with the Griffin, but if there's no Griffin, he doesn't need to stroke shit, and he gets there anyway. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Just go on, type the exclamation mark Raxael command in the Twitch and the Twitch bot. Yep, he's back from vacation. We'll be very happy to let you know that. And generally, it's a lot of it's really just very good RNG from Raxael. Fantastic RNG. But again, oh my god, he just pulled a Lure Man. Black Knight value on the O2, no value at all.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, the choice to do that, because now he's gonna be faced with Feral Spirits. So and they're gonna be buffed up to 4 freeze. So honestly, that was a huge mistake there coming up from Celedor. Of
Yeah.
course, this makes up a big prime target for a swipe on the Flame Tongue, but honestly, he might not even Flame Tongue. I mean, he might not even swipe the Flame Tongue. What he could do is just Wrath it.
Yeah, I agree. Ruff is gonna be so good. But in general, he just pulled Allura there. 101% Allura. That's just chopping the same old 2 there, and it's it's just hilarious. Anyway, back to this game here. We have Azure Drake as a little bit of extra factor to consider about, and I believe that he can try and outforward that, but he's just gonna directly Ruff first without using that, so that's okay. And the Flame Tongue goes down, which means that now the 4-6 and the 4-5 is not going to take full damage from the previously 4-3 Feral Spirits. Gonna play Azure Drake, yep, that's okay. And yeah, it seems like the board is looking very good in favor of Celedor right now.
Yeah, it's just too bad that he doesn't have double spell damage. Plus he was one mana off from that, because if he did, what he could have done was played Azure Drake. Oh no, actually he wouldn't have enough mana. What am I talking about? Yeah, I thought Azure Drake was not my bad. Never mind. But yeah, if he had like 2 extra spell damage, he could have just wiped the board with a swipe as well. So yeah, definitely not looking forward to that. But I mean, here at least he's gonna be able to establish a bit more damage. He could potentially just swipe the Azure Drake if he wanted to, or he could just buff up his minions. Because the Shaman just naturally just doesn't really have his hero power doesn't allow him to like attack into things. So not the best hero power against the Druid, and it's gonna take a Lightning Storm with spell damage to actually wipe this board and the top roll RNG, and boom, out comes the heal. So yeah, pretty good stuff.
Very good stuff from Celedor. The the wall is up, it looks very strong. A Hex coming in here for Raxael. I doubt it's really gonna do much of anything. The Fire Elemental can pick up something, but that's not one of the prime targets there with his shield. It's just generally looking very grim here for Raxael, and he does have double Defender Argus, so he can buy some time, but the big question is, if he's buying time, what exactly is he buying for against a board of 5 and no Lightning Storm? Plus, he already lost 2 Drakes, or was it just 1 Drake? 1 Drake, right?
He lost 1 Drake, I think. By the way, he has lethal on the board already. Celedor, that is.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, but yeah, the Hex
yeah,
came
he hexed it, so that's fine. Hoping for a Taunt Totem. Does he get it? 1 out of 4, 25% chance. Nope, it's only a 1-1. Draws another Rock Biter. Yeah, I think Raxael is gonna lose.
Pretty much over. Yeah.
Unfortunately, seems like he's gonna disclose his Hunter deck today.
Let's see.
Yeah, he calls concede. Yeah. Well, I think he is just. Yeah, I'm gonna call it concede. Even though it's not lethal, it's basically over once the game reaches that stage, so I can respect him for that.
I think it was still lethal though, honestly. Even when he hexed the target, he had 10 on the board. Swipe plus a hero power. Oh wait, no, yeah, he was 1 off.
It was 1 off, but I guess it's generally the fact that he doesn't have any answer.
Actually, no, he had lethal, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He had more than enough for lethal. Sorry, I thought there was another target that got hexed. My bad. But yeah, definitely still looking strong, at least for Celedor, man.
Yep, and now I'm gonna cross out the Shaman deck that unfortunately just got eliminated in this series. We still have 2 more decks from Raxael, and that's basically that's Raxael from Singapore. Yeah, it's gonna be really bad. But do note, this is a double elimination bracket here. The full information will be available. Just type !GG on the Twitch chat, and you have the brackets as well as full coverage there by Gosu Gamer. Fantastic people there, just helping us out here with the coverage and stuff. So that's it. Celedor is 1 game up here. And is there any particular big misplays that led to that situation from the game just now?
Honestly, he actually played it quite decently. It's just that he didn't get the draws he needed. And Celedor actually had all the answers, because he kept drawing into all his Defender of Argus, a lot of his good minions. I think the biggest factor there was the fact that he actually played the Black Knight. Although yeah, we actually see it as it's really not value there, because he practically Black Knighted a hero power, but it actually turned out to his advantage because he actually buffed that up and put even much more of a presence on the board, was able to deal nicely with the the Taunt Doggies as well as the Flamesang Totem with just the Wrath. So honestly, I think he tried, but it just wasn't enough because Raxael was, I mean not Raxael, Celedor was practically leaps and bounds ahead against him and just had all the answers in his hand.
Sounding very Valkyrie-like indeed, and we have the next game here. Raxael is going to use his signature deck this time around. It's still a 1-0 victory here for Celedor in a BO5. Raxael taking bot again is going to have the Warlock, and this is the same old Warlock that just killed Manju in 4 turns. It's just crazy, but this time around he doesn't have the perfect starting hand, so maybe Celedor can get some traction off from this.
Actually, I think his starting hand's, yeah, I guess it's not as good because you kind of want to have your Murlocs, your other Murlocs as well. Yep, this is an easy hero power into the 2-1. You will take free damage effectively, but again, it doesn't really matter as much there because at least he gets the initial threat out of the way on the board. That is, of course, and Raxael is probably going to be playing his Murloc Raider and the Void Walker there. Essentially, what he could have done was he could have actually played his he could have actually played his Bluegill Warrior and put some pressure on him and force him to use his hero power again, or maybe even a Wrath if Celedor is that bad of a player. But yeah, I mean, this is also fine in this kind of situation so that he can build up because he doesn't have his other buffing Murlocs yet. So
yeah, no Coalites here, no War Leader, no Tight Collar, and generally those are the cards he needs to draw right now to make it slightly better. It's a little bit sad that after the Mulligan he doesn't have those cards, but it's okay. And now back to Celedor. It's just Celedor being really lucky. Innervate's gonna be used here. What's gonna come out? That's the question. I think it's probably the Keeper. And directly killing one Murloc already. He knows the secret to Raxael's deck. And speaking of Murloc, Grimskill just says hi here. And do you think you should play Grimskill instead of the Abrasive Sergeant?
Well, actually, I think he wants to get rid of the 2-4 on the board right off the bat, so that's why he's playing this way. But again, honestly, in doing so, yeah, okay, so he was actually gonna go for face. I thought he was actually gonna trade. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a Murloc. There's a lot of value for Murloc. Do note that I once spoke to Gigi Liu, who unfortunately didn't make playoff, but he did tell me Murloc that's too kind. It's not exactly always an aggressive Murloc deck. Just because they play low drop minions doesn't mean that it's very aggressive. It's very good when there is a synergy, and sometimes it could be mid game when they're waiting for the right cards to come about before dropping frogs that are as big as generally your giants. And yeah, it's just dangerous. But that said, a very nice board clear mechanic here from the Wild Pyromancer. And yeah, I think Raxael is in a very bad shape right now.
He's probably gonna lose the second game again. I'm just gonna call it now because he's already lost steam, honestly.
Oh.
And I don't think he can actually pull through to this because you already have a decent board. Plus, you look at the hand of Celedor, he already has a Harvest Golem which you can play this turn. Essentially, you could also just hero power, not play the Harvest Golem. But I think honestly, just play the damn Harvest Golem. You don't need to hold on to that. Play the Harvest Golem, attack the face with everything else. That offers a lot of board presence, puts a little bit more pressure on Raxael, force him not to tap as much. And honestly, I think Raxael is just, I think he's probably gonna just lose this already. Like he lost a lot of his low cost Murlocs to combo with his other Murlocs there. So half of the army is gone. It's kind of like you're fighting with half of your army left, and especially when you're fighting a battle where they are holding guns and you're just holding like pitchforks, and it just doesn't really work out.
Well, Raxael is generally running out of steam at a very alarming rate, and I think it's really, we might not even need to wait till 8 PM for the next game. Let me just tell you that this may look like it's really different from the group stage. Group stage, he had 6-0, clean victory, very nicely done. But once it's the playoffs, already losing the first game, and now Other Ring Fusser gonna come out again, and it looks like the same scenario like the previous game where you have got like 4 minions on the board from Celedor and Raxael having nothing there, and generally one Leroy in the hand, but it's just Leroy, and what can Leroy do, right? Oh, Cold Ice here. Alright, maybe some synergy can be played here, but
probably dead though.
It's probably dead though, you're right. 3-5 and a 4-4.
I mean, here, if he gets a swipe,
he's dead.
Yeah, like he just honestly, like, he has how much damage does he have on the board? He has 10 damage on the board right now. So one swipe and he's dead. But it doesn't seem like he does have it, so he's just gonna go ahead and trade with the board, which is fine because you honestly do not want to keep those Murlocs on the board there, especially seeing as to how Raxael in his hand can practically do 10 damage with only a 5 mana. So definitely don't want to give him the benefit of that doubt. Instantly get a Wrath here, save his minion, which is good. Yep, there you go, and use the Irving Farsight to trade with that. Still has 8 damage on the board, which is very nice for him. And now it's 11 damage, so he's 100% dead in the next turn. Like there's nothing he can do here.
Does Raxael run any board clear mechanic? I doubt so. Even if he does run any Dendroid, he's gonna call well played and concede again for a second game straight. So it's 2-0 for Celedor. And who would have expected that the king of the frogs, or rather the frog prince, is gonna have a very bad start to this playoff?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way that his decks work. A lot of it was like the shaman just against the druid most of the time. Like I give it like a 54% chance most of the time, 54% most of the time that the druid would kind of win in that matchup. And that's what happened there. And then against the Murloc rush deck against this mid-range druid, you honestly will run out of steam, especially when you throw out your tokens like that so quickly, without having the full effect of the buffs from all your other Murloc cards. So pretty hilarious to see that he got instantly dropped in that game pretty fast. And I think it's kind of expected, seeing as to how RNG just unfortunately for him is not working in his favor today. So if we see a trio, I'm gonna be pretty much surprised right here for Raxael, and I think he'll be feeling pretty damn salty after this match.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, even if the players lose today, they still play on Saturday.
Yeah, but I mean, you honestly want to get as much wins as possible.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So it's generally double elimination format, and the only Singaporean hope is looking a little bit hopeless right now. And generally, it's really not his play. His play was fine. It's just the RNG from this Filipinos is just too strong, man. They in fact managed to get like one player in every bracket for the early winners bracket. So that means that there is a possibility that it will be a full PH winners bracket semi-finals. Yeah. And that's very scary, man. That's a assured one PH top 2. You know,
it doesn't matter who, just one of them. It's like, you can go through, I don't care. So it's pretty hilarious. And yeah, I mean, especially, I think the biggest thing there was the play that Celedor kept his Claw as well as his Wild Pyromancer. I think that was also another thing that kind of saved him the trouble of having to clear the board so early in the game when you're not at the turn 4 swipe. So really good stuff.
Holy
I mean,
cow, yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, generally, we have seen Raxael played his Warlock, we've seen him played his Shaman before, and now the mysterious Hunter from Raxael. Is it going to be a mid-game Hunter, late-game Hunter, or face Hunter? I guess only time will tell.
Well, looking at his deck, it's actually more or less the control. Oh, actually, no, sorry, no,
it
not
looks
the control.
confusing
It's
for
more,
Hunter.
no, it's actually the aggro type, except he runs a different variation. What he does is he wants to create a little bit more combo for himself, and that's why he included a Sea Giant there. So that's actually pretty interesting.
But full hand mulligan.
Wait, so crap, I missed that. I was looking at the deck list. Okay, so decent starting hand. He can flare here just to see get some card draw. What is he getting? Wait, yeah, okay, there we go.
Okay, it's not the best. It's not that bad as well. He's got a coin. He's got a lot of 3 drops in hand. So that's pretty fine and fantastic. But this is the same druid that took out, Ophiuchus, how we pronounce that, and Rata something, the shaman. So that's the warlock and the shaman gone to the same old druid from Celedor. That he just coolly names it eHSL. I don't think that's the name of this tournament, but eHSL druid.
eGTV special Hearthstone League.
And HS for just to replace the Hearthstone there, but it's okay. So yeah, he gets Misha. That's fantastic.
Special League. There you go. Yeah. Oh wow, another animal companion. Woo!
Double Misha.
I think he's feeling pretty happy with that. But of course, this means swipe is probably gonna come out.
Natures will rise against you. Look at that, man. It's very threatening. How can he get double 4-4? Raxael is just such an entertaining player. And that said,
Damage.
I don't know. Whenever I see Misha the Bear, it reminds me of our mutual friend.
Ah, yes.
It does.
Misha. Of course it does. I think here actually we might see a possible Timberwolf into Wolf Rider to the face and basically
Yes.
deal 14 damage to the face.
Yes, I see that. Wrath might be used here. We don't know about that.
Wrath should definitely be used. You do not want to keep those big minions on the board.
Yeah,
Boom.
well, yep. So Wrath there is gonna make Raxael a little bit sad. Yep, one Misha down, the other Misha still alive somehow.
Attack,
And yep, he will not attack, so that's good. And Iron Big Owl is there. It's a little bit sad if he got it a little bit earlier, it's fine. Okay, it's actually just gonna kill Command. And Timberwolf.
Sure about that? I honestly like to keep that card in hand in case, like what he could have actually just done here was play the
Wolf
Wolf Rider and attack the face. Yeah, so what? Swipe clears the board, but come on. I guess he's just afraid that if he plays that, then that's an instant swipe, so he loses both minions. But now because he doesn't have another minion on the board, well, he could always silence this, so it doesn't matter. So that's a good thing for him. So what's probably gonna happen is, okay, he's gonna turn. Okay, let's see. Unleash the Hounds plus Timberwolf does how much damage now?
He's rushing your opponent already. UTH and Timberwolf will deal only 4 damage. Next turn, I believe it's still not lethal. 6. Okay, let's say take for granted that the 4-4 dies this turn, as well as the 2-1 there. He will not have lethal. There is no way, unless there are no more taunts for the next 2 turns coming out from Celedor. But I do believe he's gonna play the Argus right now, and that's gonna make Raxael very, very sad. Other rings first. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he has another set. Well, let me actually just take a quick look at his deck.
The Wrath actually saved Celedor the game, if you realize
he actually
that.
only has 1 Iron Beak Owl, so that's actually pretty bad. Usually generally you wanna run 2, because it's just such a good silence. And I think what's gonna happen here is that, okay, wait, let's see, okay, here, okay, so let's see, what he could do here is he could just split it, just split the charger, hero power up, and tracking. Because next turn he's gonna effectively be able to kill a Celedor.
No, explosive trap would be my choice.
I would. Yeah, I would actually also have taken explosive trap.
Because it deals 2 damage to the face as well, and you do not need to target anything with Arcane Shot. Explosive trap would trigger and would kill the 4-2, deal 2 damage. It's the perfect situation that you want to have. But it's fine, and I mean it's okay. Arcane Shot deals 2 damage, his hero power deals 2 damage, a little bit of a discount there because of the, Druid's hero power ability to just armor up. But here comes the sad news, even the Argus coming out here, and he doesn't have an answer for this.
But
not now.
Here's the thing though, I think he can still actually get rid of this board, because next turn he has exactly 7 mana, so he can actually play his Timberwolf as well. So that will be able to clear off actually no, he doesn't have enough to clear off the 5-3, only the 4-4.
Well, he can Timberwolf and Arcane Shot. But see, the thing is, if he picked
honestly, he doesn't want to use a Leroy. Oh, okay, that saves him the trouble. Okay, that was actually a mistake. So what's gonna happen now is we're gonna see Leroy Jenkins unleash the Hounds.
Yep.
Oh wait, actually, yeah, it's actually more than enough. What am I talking about? Because you spawn too well per second.
Yeah, it's more than enough there. So yep, I think this is it. Is this enough to make it lethal? That's the question.
No.
No, it's not.
But
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
but Arcane
Shot.
Shot. Yeah, Arcane Shot and hero power would end the game here.
So that that's kind of the reason why he kept the.
Wow. But still, the
trap is still good. Yeah. The thing is, he doesn't want to have a play where the trap will instantly get used, and then after that he'll troll you by healing himself up. So rather he just keep that wild card in his hand to use at the time that he wants to do the one you know, 1 kill combo there. So
Yeah.
understandable for sure.
You know, I'm gonna be so happy if Raxael gets even 1 game up from this series.
Well, it's looking to be that way because
Yeah, it's looking to be
I
that way.
don't think there's any heal right now that Celedor has, and
think,
even if he uses his armor, he's still gonna be down. I mean, he's still gonna be exactly 4 mana for death. So I
Okay.
think
Yeah, there is. He can hero power, kill the doggy there,
but
or just go for face, which I think he will. Just kill the doggy and he's dead. Yeah,
100% dead.
100% dead.
Although I can't see his hand, I think it's just lagging so bad. If he has like a heal, then he'll be fine. Oh no.
He picked up a Yeti.
Oh
there.
wait, does he?
Nope, I don't think
Oh
so.
no, okay, yeah, he's dead. Doesn't matter.
Raxael was like, huh? Innovate? Then, oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, and he picks up Bluegill Torpedo as well. See, you do not need that. Just need to have some faith there. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen, 2-1, and the Singapore Hope is still somehow alive.
Interesting stuff. Well, at least he got the druid out of the way, and that's all because of his aggro. So that's actually really good for him because makes it that much more easier for him to come back because now he's going to be faced against the other decks for Celedor, and we're only
Warlock
looking.
and Priest.
Yeah. No, not Murloc. The Handlock and the Priest.
No, I think Warlock.
Oh, Warlock.
Warlock
okay.
and Priest from
So,
Celedor.
Yeah, and his Handlock is basically not gonna have the best time against his Hunter deck because of the way that it's played. But I think the biggest problem is the fact that oh, interesting, huh? What is this? Huh? I actually think that what do you call this? That if he plays his handlock, maybe he will actually have a decent time because of the lack of the secondary silence there coming up from the hunter deck for Raxael. If you notice, I think that's the biggest flaw in his deck right now. Not having a second silence there, because it's just really good to always have it. But nevertheless, definitely expect him to run maybe the handlock, or he could actually even go for the priest. I wouldn't mind the priest so much, but I think
I don't think he has played the priest in the group stage, right? Because
yeah, I don't think so.
my record is clean. I mean, out of all the classes, I only keep track the one with priest because Fantasy from Gosu just told me that it's a 100% lose rate. So if Celedor made it here, I'm pretty sure he didn't play the priest.
Well, I mean, he could have played one game with the priest, lost it. And
No, the only one game in the group stage that priest won was ADYB. But even that said, I think I'm gonna do you guys a favor and do a bit of research and check see if we have that there.
Yeah, but I think actually priest is not such a bad choice against this hunter matchup. Just looking at his deck, like he has a bunch of taunts, he has a bunch of card trap mechanic, and just the way the hero power works with the heal, that every time even the hunter tries to hero power your face, you just heal back yourself. So, but again, of course, you're working from behind because you want to deal with whatever he has on the board. But interesting thing to note, he does have a Optionized Soul Prayer, so that's always very, very nice to have. Whether or not does he run a Circle of Healing? Yes, he does. In fact, 2. So that's an instant 4 damage on the board for about 4 mana cost, if I'm not mistaken. Because Circle of Healing is 0, and what do you call this? The Optionized Soul Priest is 4.
Actually, Celedor has not disclosed either of his 2 decks. It has only been a druid that has won him a clean 4 victory because it's only a 3-man group there. So yeah, today he's forced to play a new class that I think is the main reason why it's taking so long to decide. But that said, the game should start right now.
Yep, I think he's probably gonna go with Handlock though.
Yeah, normally you don't want to play priest.
Kind of risky, though, because you're going against the aggro hunter. So he's gonna really have to hope to God that he draws his giants early, his taunts early, and a lot of heals and all that kind of jazz. If not, he will probably be in a bad spot. Because a hunter can deal so much damage in 1 turn. They just leave you at that 18 life, and then boom, you're dead suddenly. Like, oh crap, okay.
Yep. So that's it. I think it's the handlock. Handlock up against the mysterious hunter from Raxael. That includes Stone Giant and some of the other synergy cards. Who do you think has the better favor here in this matchup.
We're looking at the starting hand. I think Celedor might be able to get into this game because he has a Soulfire already, a Hellfire plus a Defender of Arcus. So, and he's going second, so he has the coin. So, and he even has. Oh, actually, he mulliganed the cards. I couldn't see what. Okay, he has a heal. He has a heal already, so that's actually very good for him. Whereas Raxael doesn't have the best starting hand. You want to get out damage as much as possible. Like as soon, like if he imagine if he had a leper gnome right now.
Oh,
how
Ancient
awesome
Watcher.
Ancient Watcher just put the taunt out there.
And silencing it next turn. He already has an Iron Big Owl in the hand, so the silence on the 4/5 will make sure that the 4/5 can deal 4 damage every single turn, and it's crazy. The value is insane on this Ancient Watcher that has been silenced, and I believe he is off to a good start for Celedor.
Yep, he wants to put the aggression up early, and that's very nice, seeing as to how he's going against the Hunter. He doesn't need to put the taunt up on it. Out comes the... Oh, against Misha, but dude, Misha is only a 4/4. Against the 4/5, that's a win for Celedor, so...
But that's okay, because Explosive Trap will be used next turn.
Yeah, but don't forget, he does have a heal, so he's probably gonna heal this.
Oh crap, if he does heal up the Ancient Watcher...
He'll be...
I think he will just heal up, yeah. Then Raxael is going to be so sad.
Or he could just potentially save the heal for himself.
Oh,
I
life
guess
tap.
I guess it's fine as well. Doesn't necessarily need to worry about that too much. But I think
He
that
can heal up this turn.
this is a really instant explosive
It's fine.
trap.
It's fine. He can play the Othering Fussy, heal up the 4/1 into a 4/4, and then proc the trap. It's fine.
Yep. Essentially, also he could just lose all his minions by doing that. So questionable.
I guess he doesn't care about the Othering
But
Fussy.
he can play a huge Drake, so I think that's the best part here.
But he gets silenced.
Yeah, but he doesn't know. I mean, he doesn't know what's in the hand for Raxael. Oh, a Hunter's Mark even better.
Yeah.
Save the silence for a taunt.
I think he should consider if the taunt is more important or...
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. He is just gonna ignore the 4/1. Okay,
I don't know. I
that's
kind of
questionable.
like using the...
Hunter's Mark, right?
No, not even that. Like what he could have done was just I mean Hunter's Mark and Explosive Trap and Hero Power.
Well, I think you can use Hunter's Mark on a Giant and then Explosive Trap. It would still be very good, but still,
a lot better.
that's very far. That's very far away to consider. And here comes the Othering Fusser to heal up a little bit. And it seems like Celedor playing as the Handlock is going for the face a little bit more often, and than I like to. But it's okay. He's making alright play so far. But here comes UTH. Explosive Trap gonna be played, or not, or yes.
I
Or
think
not,
that
okay,
that Celedor's making a big play of not trading. I mean, a big mistake of not trading minions. Because generally against the aggro hunter, you don't want to put a lot of minions on the board without a taunt, and then boom, one Unleash the Hound combo comes out, and you're like, okay, what do I do now? We're probably gonna see the Giant coming out here though for Celedor.
Don't think he has the mana for that.
6 mana, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 6/6. Yeah, he can play just the Giant, and then Hunter's Mark is gonna be so good. Is he really gonna proc the trap? Does he want to play the Giant first to proc the trap, or does he just want to ignore? I think he's just gonna... Yeah, he should be playing Mountain Giant.
But yeah, attack phase honestly just first. I mean, there's no question, you just have to attack phase. Because an aggro deck is only gonna run 2 things. Either a misdirection or a... Explosive trap. So just bear with the 2 damage or the 3 damage, whichever it's gonna be. Come on, man, just attack.
The sad news is that next turn, if this turn Celedor plays the Mountain Giant, Hunter's Mark UTH is more than enough to pick off the 3/1 post Explosive Trap as well as the Mountain Giant.
Ooh.
Okay. I think
so
it doesn't make any difference.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Why would you do that? Why not just proc the trap first before you played the damn Giant? Now he's down to 6 life.
Yeah, I think he is afraid that it's a misdirection and a 3/1's gonna deal extra 3 damage to the face, etc. etc.
Nah, I think honestly you can bear with the 1 extra damage. Honestly, You want to get full value out of your giant there. Unfortunately, the giant will get dealt with very easily. We're gonna see the Unleash the Hounds would actually be pretty good here. Unleash the Hounds.
He might wanna. Yeah, he might wanna. I don't know, kill command, but he doesn't have enough mana to play that on the 8/6. He's actually just gonna UTH here, and that's gonna deal 3 damage each. So he needs to be very careful of not making the mistake of lowering the health of the Warlock to below 10, but before I can finish my goddamn sentence. It's fine. Celedor still doesn't have a taunt providing minion such as Sunfree Protector. Or
honestly, it was a fine play.
Yeah.
Because he has, if one of his minions survives, which I think will probably happen. No, actually, if he had a Hellfire, Hellfire, he would actually be in a pretty sad position
exactly.
because Hellfire would clear everything. He would run a minion to the 2/4, then he wouldn't get the 5 damage shot of
we are expecting Hellfire and taunts to come out. Mountain Giant, yeah. If there's a defender Arcus, he's thinking that I can kill command and hero power any day, but you need to be reminded that Hellfire's generally big run in in the Warlock Handlock deck. But he gets a demon. Oh, sorry, a Shadow Flame. Wow.
It's the perfect card here.
Perfect.
Shadow Flame works with spell damage, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I think it does.
So
yes,
he can actually play Blood Mage Paladins and spell damage 3/1, kill everything on the board.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no beast so that he can't die to things like kill command.
But he's dead. He's dead.
Plus your power.
No, he's got a weapon in hand, so that's 6 plus 2, 8. He wins. He wins anyway. No taunt, he wins, and that's just as simple as that. I was thinking that the Hellfire combo plus the Taunter, or rather Taunt providing minion, is going to be so much more. Would be the only answer that Celedor has for the situation, and Raxael is just playing very, dangerously. But what's he doing here? Is he actually gonna soul fire to finish this game? Can he actually do that?
Well, he is 1 off because of the spell damage.
Shadow Flame only deals damage to enemy minions.
So he's still dead anyways.
He healed himself
up. He's
10.
Good. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that card in hand. Okay. Yep, he is in a good position. He's gonna win this next turn.
Ooh, shit.
He wins. There's nothing that Raxael can do. He is so screwed.
Holy cow!
It's over.
You were saying? Yeah?
Yes. I mean, it's just really good plays there. I didn't see the second heal. My bad. I did not notice that. Yeah, but it's a really good play by him. Utilizes full mana and is able to survive. So he would have actually been able to win that if and only if there was no heal and he had a beast on the board. If not, if and only if he didn't have a heal, because he had exactly 7 damage if he didn't have a beast on the board.
I think
3 from the. Oh no, actually he had 8 damage from that one.
I think the best play from this particular game is the fact that Celedor somehow knows it's a kill command.
I mean, you always have to be prepared. I mean, you always have to deal with it could be a kill command, so I don't want to put stuff in the future. It's probably gonna die, so I really do not want to put myself in such a bad position. So it's fine actually. I really like the play there by Celedor, and unfortunately, because he lagged so hard, I couldn't see that he had the one more Irving Farseer there. So really good stuff.
Yeah, very good stuff. So I believe we are actually ahead in terms of schedule, because
the next game.
It's very fast, and we will have the next game up very soon. That's it, Larc. Any word for Raxael or this entire game?
Raxael, just RNG not in your favor today, bro. Gonna have to deal with it. Some days it's off, some days it's on, and today is just not your day, so don't be too salty about it. You tried your best, couple of misplays here and there, but nevertheless, still a pretty good job. And Celedor, holy crap, OP luck over there, the RNG, getting all the cards he wants, especially the very first game he casted. That Druid man, every single answer for the Shaman. So really good stuff.
Alright, so I'm actually gonna set up the next game, and Celedor will be playing again a little bit later against the winner of Howie versus Arto. The AI2TTO, it's actually pronounced as Arto. So, yeah, it's gonna be a very exciting playoff, and Celedor, he is the first to go through to the winners bracket semifinals, and he's also Filipino. So why am I not surprised?
Yeah, pretty much already.
Pretty awesome stuff there. So yeah, I mean the next one is pretty exciting. We got Howie, we got Arto, and we'll see how it goes. That said, this is Babael, joining me is Larc. See you guys in about 5 to 15 minutes while we set up the next game. Thank you.